We're so worried. No, he cares way more about what he wears. He also dresses for his kids. He loved me for the show. He loved me for the dressed up nice. Got it from his mom. His mom loves I don't mind it. I'd rather do other things. You know, I wouldn't choose it as a hobby. Like I would rather do other things. I'd rather read or play a game or I've never once done of that, and I never plan to. Other people can. Nice to see you. Yeah. So I can roast it. I don't think I'll be doing this.
I'm from your neighbor. My father. If I wanted to get it. My holiday is Tuesday. All right, friends, Shabbat Shalom, welcome. Thank you for being here. It's great to have you here. We welcome everyone, but we especially welcome the extended family of Roxy Windler, who will be coming bat mitzvah this weekend, and she'll be leading a whole bunch of stuff with me tonight, and even more stuff tomorrow. It's very exciting. So we are going to begin on page 1, Yedid Nefesh, the additional soul that we get on Shabbat. Yedid Nefesh Barachaman, Yedid Nefesh Barachaman, Mishochavecha El Retzorecha, Mishochavecha, Ya la 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 El Retzorecha. We're going to go to Yismachu Hashamayim, let the heavens rejoice and the earth be glad. Find it on page 6. Yismachu Hashamayim, Yismachu Hashamayim, Yismachu Hashamayim, Betagel haaretz, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, U'elo, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, U'elo. Page 9. Shiru Ladon Ashir Chadash Ki Niflaot Asah Hoshia Lo Yamino Uzroach Hojo Ay Ay Adonai Yeshuato Le'elei Hagayim page 12. Page 13. Chadodi, page 15. We're going to do the first two and the last two stanzas, and I'll have Roxy come up and she'll join me, just leading with me for the next several parts of the service.
Thank you.
ואת אדוני מעריצים, על יעיש ופרצים, ושמחה ורגילה, לה 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 לך נאותים, לקראת לקראת קלה, ונפני שבת לקראת קלה, לה 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 לך נאותים, לקראת לקראת קלה, ונפני שבת לקראת קלה. Rise and face the entrance, welcoming the Shabbat bride. Holy the Shalom Aterha, Ram the Simcha U'Metzora, Tov V'nei Am Segula, Bo'im Chala, Bo'im Chala. Ram Adonai, L'Kam L'Kam Kala, B'nei B'nei Shabbat L'Kam Kala, L'Kam L'Kam Adonai, L'Kam L'Kam Kala, B'nei B'nei Shabbat We may be seated and we say to any mourners in our midst, may God comfort you with all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. We're on page 19. Mizmor shir yom HaShabbat Toveoto le'Adonai u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon lezamer l'shimcha elyon le'anim ba'oker l'azdecha ve'emunacha b'leilot Alei asur ve'aleina ve'alei layot ve'chimot Mizmor shir le'yom HaShabbat Toveoto le'Adonai u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Continue silently, 19 and 20. Tzadika tamar yifra, keres Babylon yiskeshetu, bebeit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrivu. B'sevad Nishreini V'Ramanim Yiru Le'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha'Ha' Atori Velo 21. Adonai Malach El Lavish Lavish Rasi Tazar Afti Konter Ba'alti Mog Achol Kisacha Meaz Milam Akad Devol Adonai Yisunerot Kolam Yisunerot Yam Mikol Ta'im Ma'im Rabim Madirim Mishmereyam Adir V'Marom Adonai Elotecha Melech Numero Letechanam Kodesh Adonai Leorech Yadim. Please rise for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu 23. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim. Chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai ma'ariv aravim. 24. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ha'aleta Amcha ha'aleta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpat Page 25, the Shema, we're going to invite Roxy's sister Samantha as well to come up, and she's going to also help lead this one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha V'shiyantam b'manecha, v'yimarta bam, v'shitecha v'beitecha, u'lechtecha v'derech, u'shortecha u'krumecha, u'kshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha. Continue on our own, 27 through 29. Yasher Koach. Tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'echem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim le'ot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet Adonai Elohechem emet. Top of page 32. Ma'achol Torah tzum k'v'lehem, Moshe b'nei Yisrael chanashah b'simcha rabba, yamru chulam. Yichamocha, ba'elim Adonai, yichamocha, nedor b'kodesh, Torah te'ilo, osei feleh, Torah te'ilo, osei feleh, mahutecha ra'u l'necha, boker yom lifnei Moshe, te'ilanu ve'amru, Adonai imo, ve'olam ha'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Yichamocha, ba'elim Adonai, yichamocha, nedor b'kodesh, Torah te'ilo, osei feleh, Torah te'ilo, osei feleh, Torah te'ilo, osei feleh. 33. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Echad malkeinu l'chaim. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Echad malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor teiteinu, uvoleinu, l'chaim u'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. All right, Roxy's gonna lead this side of the room.
Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom,
Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Echad malkeinu l'chaim. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Echad malkeinu l'chaim. Salinu Sukkot Shlomech, Baruch atah Adonai, Abrei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, V'Avkom Yisrael, V'Al Yerushalayim. Please rise for Shamru. Shamru, B'nei Yisrael, Et HaShabbat, Asason et HaShabbat, Le'Goret HaBerit Olam. B'nei Yisrael, Oti Le'olam, Oti Le'olam, Oti Le'olam. Shamru, B'nei Yisrael, Et HaShabbat, Asason et HaShabbat, Le'Goret HaBerit Olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim, et haaretz. Shamru b'nei Yisrael, et hashabbat, asason et hashabbat, le'Goret HaBerit Olam. U'bayom hashmini, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Shamru b'nei Yisrael, et standing for the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yikadal v'yikara shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Adibrach Yehutei v'mlech malchutei.
B'chayechon yomecha u'chayim lechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'mizman karim. Amen. Yeshmei Rabba mevorach le'olam le'olam yiparach.
Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yomam v'yinasei v'yihadar v'yaleh v'yallah shemei kudashah
Berichu
le'elam yinkol berchata v'shirata
tushbechata v'nefemata da'amiram be'alma. Amen.
Private Amidah, pages 37 through 48.
Shalom Yimramah, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akol Yisrael, V'yiru Amen. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akol Yisrael.
right to Kaddish Shalim tonight, because we have a couple other things we're going to be doing. So page 53.
Amen. Yishrei Rabba Mevorach, Leolam Leolam Mayan Yivarach.
Yivarach V'Shavach V'Arvi Ramami Yanaseh Yitadavi Alevi Chala Shemini Kudusha
Breathe.
Le'elam Yikol Berchata V'Shirata Yishberchata V'Nechemata Dami Ramama V'Yimaru
Amen.
V'Balsa Shechon Uvah Techom Techol Yisrael Kadam Uvachon V'Mishma V'Yimaru
Amen.
Yehesh Lamarada Mishemaya Echayim Alenu Galkol Yisrael V'Yimaru
Amen.
Oseh Shalom Yimrama Kuyate Shalom Alenu Galkol Yisrael V'Yimaru
Amen. Go sit down now. Thank you so much, Roxy. Looking forward to much more tomorrow. We not only have this simcha, this bat mitzvah for Roxy tomorrow, but we have another simcha tonight, and that Marlo Crawford is going to come up to the beam at this time, and she is going to be receiving her Hebrew name. Pretty exciting. So even though we normally don't on a Friday night, we're going to take out the Torah. She's going to have the experience of holding the Torah, accepting the weight of the commandments, the yoke of the commandments. Please rise. Put that hand out here too. That rest of your hands. All right. Marlo, you were standing up here in front of the congregation, accepting that yoke of the commandments and all the mitzvot, all the commandments, but also all the emotion that goes with that, as did the very famous Ruth in the Tanakh. And so before we give you your Hebrew name, we're going to ask you to say the words that Ruth said in the Bible. Wherever you go, I will go.
Wherever you go, I will go.
Wherever you lodge, I will lodge.
Wherever you lodge, I will lodge.
Your people will be my people,
Your people will be my people.
and your God, my God.
And your God, my God.
All right. So, having chosen yourself a Hebrew name, we're going to give this to you now as we offer a Misha Berach, a special blessing that we do on all kinds of occasions, but especially around the Torah. Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarev Korach Avalea Vivarech et Achotenu Ruth Bat Avraham v'Sarah V'Lachasot Tachat Kanfei Shechina L'Istapeach V'Nachalat Yisrael U'Himanu Ta'al Gerei Tzedek B'Toch Am Elohei Avraham v'Sarah Yehi Ratzon Shetatzliach V'Darka V'Tirei Bracha B'Chumasei Yadea V'Nomar Amen. We want to bless your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless you, Marlo. Let's cast your lot with the people of Israel. Not an easy thing to do in this day and age, and yet you've done it. May you prosper in all your deeds, all your worthy endeavors. May the work of your hands be blessed. And let us say,
Amen.
Now, also just, you bring so many wonderful things, your qualities of kindness and care, and lots of knowledge, and definitely an ability to express that knowledge and to talk to anyone at any time about anything. And we're just really lucky to have you as part of our community. And so now we ask for the blessings of Aaron and his sons. Yivarech Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May
God bless you and keep you. Aaron Adonai v'lecha v'chunecha. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisad Adonai Adonai v'lecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God lift the divine face toward you. Amen. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov. Yeilanu, yeilanu, u'lachol Yisrael. Yeilanu, yeilanu, u'lachol Yisrael. Just put this away. Go back. Mazel tov to you. We're very excited for you, proud of you. And you may or may not feel different than you did 3.5 minutes ago, but we are so happy that you're here.
I'm not wet.
Not bawling like you thought. No.
No, I did that the other day.
Awesome. And not wet like the mikvah. It's true.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Well, mazel tov again, and we can be seated. So, in place of a sermon on Friday night, because there's a few guests here, I'm going through the history of the congregation in various ways. Right now, we're doing all the rabbis that served this congregation. We're up to Rabbi Aaron Kriegel, who served here between 1979 and 1983. Rabbi Kriegel, so he was installed in 1979, and according to an article in the Jewish Post, which doesn't exist anymore as far as I know, it was a national Jewish publication, he's listed as the new rabbi at Beth Abraham in San Francisco. His father was a rabbi, and that's going to come into play in a minute. He was educated as an undergraduate at Rutgers. He went to the Jewish Theological Seminary, JTS for Rabbinical School. He held pulpits in Columbia, South Carolina, and Springfield, Pennsylvania before here. I was very proud of his pro-labor, pro-civil rights record, and he is on record as signing an anti-nuclear ad in the San Francisco Chronicle in June of 1983, which is right as he was leaving. Now, well, I'll get to the I'll get to the better stuff later, but the juicy stuff I'm gonna get to right now. So one of the things he's best known for, unfortunately here, was that he actually got in a fist fight with the cantor. The cantor's name was Joe Germain, and I heard this story from Pinky Pankovic. Cantor Germain's a whole nother story, probably deserves another, is his own night, although I may not give it because it got really ugly. It's in the records as well. Besides that, he was asked to leave, I think not just because of that incident, but and he sued the congregation for wrongful termination of employment. It went on for a long time. But anyway, this is not the rabbi. So the rabbi was just he was also asked to leave, and he did. And there's a note in the minutes that he's referred to as Cantor Germain is holding the congregation together for a while, though, by himself, despite all that, because actually the rabbi leaves before the cantor does. After he leaves, there's a note in the minutes from James Jonas complaining at the board meeting that neither one of them reached out to him in the 2 years while his wife was dying, which, I mean, sounds really bad, but I don't know their version of the story either, okay? And I can tell you that sometimes it's true and sometimes it's not true. So I want to leave it at that. But now up to a little more fun stuff. Apparently during his pulpit in South Carolina, while he was visiting a child in the hospital, a magician came, who I guess was like a magician therapist type person, and did magic in the hospital, and he was really impressed by this. So he learned to do magic himself. And there's a great article in the Jewish Bulletin from August of 1980, Beth Abraham's Houdini, a rabbi's magic teaching method.
Wow!
And it's very cool. They're the so there, it describes a little bit about what he did, and so he brought magic. He did it in the religious school here. It was quite exciting. I mean, I have my guitar, but like I have no sleight of hand. So very impressed with that. So when he did leave, he went back to Beth Am in Verona, New Jersey, which was where he grew up, and he served there from 1983 until maybe 2003 or something like that. So he was there for a while. I'm not sure exactly what year. I know he stayed there as emeritus before he moved to Southern California in 2013. But here's the thing, that synagogue His father, Alter Kriegel, was the rabbi there as well, from 1937 to 1974.
Wow.
And his father was known not for being a magician, but for wearing a cowboy hat and smoking cigars. And then I did find an article just on Google about his retirement and in West Essex, Verona, New Jersey, Beth Am. And when they ask members what they love about Congregation Beth Am, inevitably the conversation comes around to the rabbi, Aaron Kriegel. We fell in love with the rabbi. He's just a nice person. You just know that sitting with him. There's a comfort level, said Lori Brandt. She and her husband, who live in Verona, walked in off the street one day just to take a peek. She said, the rabbi spent an hour speaking with her husband in his office, and they've been members ever since. So maybe we missed the boat also.
Has anyone ever said that about you?
You know, you'll have to ask. There've been lots of things said about me in all directions. But honestly, you don't stay in a place for 23 and a half years unless you form a lot of good relationships, thankfully. So I have wonderful things to say about the congregation, and I have wonderful things said to me in letters too, appreciated thank yous, which I in turn appreciate. But you've seen this little pattern here if you've been coming to all the rabbi lectures. Schulweis succeeded wildly here. Lots of other rabbis became very successful in other places, but did not succeed here, which probably says more about us at that time than it does about these particular rabbis. So anyway, thank you, Rabbi Kriegel, and I was happy to read these lovely things about him, the magic rabbi. All right, we're going to rise now for Kiddush, and Roxy and Samantha and Andrea and Daniel are all going to come up for Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei b'riach ha'afem. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher hitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'achal u'ratzon infilanu zikaron l'maaseh b'reishit Ki hu yom tefillah l'yikrayei kodesh zecher l'tzion Yisrael Ki banu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat koshercha v'ahava u'ratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekayei You can share it, pass it down the line if they're here. It's only you have to protect from getting sick. So. All right, if you are near your children or someone else who might be comfortable enough with blessing, you can put your hands on their heads and say, Yisimech Elohim kasar rivka rachel v'leah, Yisimcha Elohim k'Ephraim v'Menashe, Yivarech Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May God lift the divine face toward you and grant you peace. Amen. You can go back toward your seats. We remain standing. Aleinu l'shabach l'adon hakol l'teinu l'yotzer reishit shelo asanu k'gei haratzot v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adamah shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu k'chol ha'olam anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'olim Lifnei melech Malkei HaMelechim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shel Unotei Shamayim V'Yosei Ba'aretz U'Moshe Yikaro B'Shamayim Imaho U'Shminatu Zo V'Gam Hei Meromi
Hu Eloheinu Eino, Ele Malkeinu Efezumato, Kakatu Bezorato, Be'anatayo, Behashivota, Ele Mavecha, Ki Adonai Hu Elohim, Bashamayim Imam, Be'aretz
כתוב בתורתך נעים לך לעולם ועד.
ונאמר אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
May be seated as we lovingly recall the memory of our departed relatives and friends whose yortzeit we observe during the coming week. We're thinking especially tonight of Erwin Barani, Eddie Bernstein, Max Brick, Thomas W. Kane, Joel Carey, Jack Coulter, Barnett Epstein, Louis Feldman, Edward Friendly, Donna Goldfein, Abraham Grutman, Joseph Grutman, Sarah Heber, Selma Jackson, Theo Joseph, Celia Caden, Frida Klarman, Shirley Hyman Klesmer, Eleanor Leon, Seymour Miller, Joseph Morvai, Norbert Neiman, Blanche Newman, David Oak, Dorothy Peterson, Lillian Raphael, Anne Rapson, Beatrice Rear, Phil Rothblatt, Faye Schaefer, Goldie Shapiro, Isaac Shatskin, Harold Silberswag, Lawrence Sonny Singerman, George Tabak, Lucille Tama, Ernest Weiner, Adolf Wollner, Gertrude Yarman, Ruvain Yaron, and in recent days we're in the Shloshim for Mark Brasham, the father of Kevin Brasham, and Kevin, our thoughts continue to be with you. Azari Blumenkrantz, Judy Levy, mother of Sid Levy, and just this morning, Alan Rosenfeld, the father of Lynn Langfeld, passed away in Oregon. He was 101. The funeral is Monday in Oregon. Likely to be a Shiva service on Thursday night at the Langfeld's house here, but not confirmed yet. The memories of all of them are with us. We ask all those who are in mourning or observing your outside, as well as anyone else who would choose to do so, to rise for the mourners' Kaddish at this time. It's on page 61. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabah.
Amen.
Yalmad yivrach yirutei v'yamlit malchutei v'chayecho v'yomecho v'cheirechol Beit Yisrael Bagala v'zman kari v'imru Amen. V'heshmei rabah mevorach le'olam lomei maya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpahar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu La'elamin kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran v'yoma v'imru Amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom v'yoma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Zichronam v'bracha. In the memory of the tree, come and say, Kaddish v'yit always.
Amen.
We may be seated, and it never gets easier to read some of those names, right? I mean, I was such good friends with Anne Rapson and also with Jack Coulter, who Anne was going to be president of the congregation. Jack, I'm feeling most of you don't know who Jack is anymore. There was we had a You Don't Know Jack issue of the Omer once. He was like the most behind the scenes volunteer you'll ever see. He did all the electrical work in the synagogue for decades, including, those gigantic, the ceiling lights in the sanctuary. Like, he climbed up there, on scaffolding and ladders and did those lights in the main sanctuary too. Just an incredible guy and just the most soft-spoken, gentle being. So they're all missed. All right, some announcements. Well, actually, before we do announcements, Daniel and Andrea, do you want to just give us an idea of who's here and where they came from? I know several are visiting from Argentina.
Yeah, my aunt's from Argentina, my dad, my stepmom from Los Angeles, cousins Naomi, Mika, and their dad, my cousin Ayadi there in the back from Israel, currently New Jersey. Ayadi's an Israeli native. Daniela, my cousin Gabriel, his wife Florencia, his daughter Julia from Argentina as well. And my uncle he's a bit sick. Oh, my aunt Shula back there from Israel. And my uncle's a bit sick tonight. Hopefully he'll be okay by tomorrow morning, also from Israel.
Bruchim Habayim, welcome to all of you. It's great to have you here. Any other guests tonight that are part of the Bar Mitzvah family? It's great to have you all. Now for announcements. There's challah in the back immediately following the service. Tomorrow, services start at 9:30, and Roxy Whitman will be coming Bar Mitzvah. She will be leading, the Torah service, the Musaf service, reading Torah, reading Haftorah, giving the drash. So lots of Roxy tomorrow. We're very excited about it. And there will be
I'd love to be the center of attention.
yeah, sort of. Love it.
Just like I am right now.
That's wonderful. And I still have you'll have your whole Hebrew school class there too. So actually I might as well say there's Bat Mitzvahs the next 2 Saturdays all as well. Next weekend is Allison Heim. The weekend after is Naomi Whittle.
Yay!
It'll be exciting. We want to thank Josh Mailman for allowing our service to stream. We want to thank Joe and Lila Golub for greeting, and Eli Messenger as well. We have some good stuff happening, although we have a lot of stuff not happening. So next week there's no Hebrew school, there's no confirmation, there's no tichon, there's no adult ed this coming Sunday. There is a TBA book club on Tuesday, Man's Search for Meaning. Contact Judy Glick for information. There's also no gentle yoga. So a lot of the regular things we don't have. There is tech study at Polistic Cafe at 9 a.m. On Sunday, February 23rd, there's a PJ Library Winter Play Day. And I know there's a lot of guests who aren't members, but if you are a member, please buy people Mishloach Manot baskets. That's our biggest and best fundraiser of the year, and it's just awesome. Every single member in the congregation gets a basket delivered to them of goodies, and we'll see what's in it this year. It's always really good stuff.
Those are great.
On Sunday, there's a bunch of people volunteering at the soup kitchen in Oakland.
Yeah, so if you still want to volunteer at the men's club, men's club for city team at 5 p.m. this Sunday. Excellent. That's also happening. All right, I think that's it. No famous artist died this week, so it is good. It is good.
You said that like it was a bad thing. Unfortunately, no famous artist died this week.
Because that's what we usually do as the closing song. I can always throw in David Brothers, but we're actually going to go with Yigdal tonight. Page 63, Yigdal. It's a classic. Yeah, but Yigdal. I was going to do a Jewish Valentine song, but it's not so great, so we're doing Yigdal, which is a love letter to God. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimtza b'yeinei el metziuto echad v'yachid yehiudo ne'am legam sof le'achduto ein lo demukad guf ve'eino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato Kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra Rishon ben reshit l'reshito Hino adon olam l'chol notzar Yoreg gdulato malchuto Shefa nevuato netano, Elan sheish negulato betifarto. Lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'ol navi umavi et temunato. Torat emet natan le'amo el al yad nevi'o neman beito. Lo yachal Yifa'el velo yamir gato le'olami lezulato. Sofelio deas itaharenu, mabi sof davar bekadmato. Gomel ish chesed kemi falo, noten rashara kerishato. Ishlach miketz yamin l'shihenu, livdot mechake keit yeshuato. Meitim yechayel verochasto, Baruch Adonai Shem Tehilato, Meitim Yechayel Verochasto. Baruch Adonai Shem Tehilato. Shabbat Shalom.